are his son. And that concludes that section. Now we move on to the next section, which is verses 8 through 11. Verse 8. Howbeit then, when ye know not God, you did serve unto them which by nature are no gods. Paul is speaking of the fact that the Galatians had been idolaters. When I visited the Galatian country in Asia Minor, again, that's McGee and not me, where the seven churches were located, I saw how completely uh, the population then was given over to worship of idols. Paul described idols as vanities, nothing. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2, Paul called them dumb idols. They were nothing, and they could say nothing. He is telling the Galatians that idols are not real and cannot make themselves real to those who worship them. Verse 9. But now, after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage? Excuse me. Know of God exactly means approved of God or to be acknowledged of God. They had come to Christ through faith, and God accepted that. Most of the believers in the Galatian churches were Gentiles. Now that they were Christians, they were turning to the Mosaic law, which is, as Paul says, like going back into the idolatry they came from. Verse 10. He served days and months and times and years. He observed days, meaning the Sabbath day. Paul said in Colossians, let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of a holiday or in the new moon or in the Sabbath day. That's Colossians chapter 2 and verse 16. Months probably refers to the observance of the new moon practice practiced by the people of Israel in the time of the kings. The prophets warned them against it. Times should be translated seasons, meaning feast. God had given Israel 7 feasts, but they all had pointed to the Lord Jesus Christ. Years, of course, would refer to the sabbatic years. The observance of all these things would put these Gentile believers completely back under the Mosaic law. Today, I hear legalists claim they are keeping the Mosaic law, yet they are keeping only the Sabbath day. My friend, all the law comes in one package, including the sabbatic year and the year of Jubilee. James, in his epistle, said, for whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend one point, he is guilty of all. James chapter 2 and verse 10. That is, he is guilty of being a lawbreaker. God bless Prager's heart and soul. May he be healed so they can be saved. Verse 11, I am afraid of you, lest I have bestowed upon you you labor in vain. Paul is saying in a nice way that he thinks he has wasted his time among them. Since they have been saved by grace, their returning to the law is the same as returning to their former idolatry. It reminds them that they had not known God by means of the Mosaic law, but by faith in Jesus Christ. We have come now to a personal section, verses 12 through 18. It is a polite word that Paul is